Welcome to the Solomon Show. Thank you so much for watching. Hope everyone is doing well. On today's panel, we have Gabriel. And we also have your host, Solomon. Now let's get right into it. Congratulations, we made it. It's part 4, the conclusion of the Cinco de Mayo special. Apparently, Cinco de Mayo isn't just celebrated in the U.S. and Mexico, but the rest of the world as well. You'll see at the end. Now it's time for the quote of the day. Today's quote of the day is, "Gotta stop letting people who are at war with themselves destroy your energy." Now it's story time. Alright, what's our first story?
Am I right or am I wrong for telling my boyfriend that I'm not going with him to see his family? We had plans to go out of state tomorrow to visit my boyfriend's family for the holiday for 4 days. Unfortunately, my boyfriend had gotten sick and I no longer want to go. When I say sick, I mean like full-blown vomiting. Been a few days since he threw up last. Fever, congestion, horrible cough, green mucus. So there's clearly an infection. He cannot sleep and he's in denial about being sick and it's pissing me off. My mom was trying to get him to go to the urgent care today and he refused, saying that it's just a cold. Tonight, I told him that I don't think I want to travel with him anymore. I don't want to sit in the car for 6 hours with him. I don't even want to share a hotel bed if he's sick. I'm refusing antibiotics, and I don't want to watch him go down there and potentially get his grandma and young nieces and nephews sick.
I hear this story all the time.
I told him that he was being selfish and not accepting that he's sick, and refusing to do anything about it. He just shook his head and said that he would tell his family, "I'm not going anymore." Am I right or am I wrong?
You're right. You're 100% right. I mean, it's so irresponsible. First of all, he can get you sick and then you miss work or whatnot. And then he could possibly get the whole family sick. I mean, people do have health problems. A grandma could have health problems. I have health problems. I don't appreciate people coming over sick or whatever and getting me sick. Because, yeah, you may be okay, but when you get me sick, I not only get sick way worse than a normal person, but then my asthma flares up and it's a big fiasco. Like, you gotta think about that too. It's not just about yourself. Poor grandma. I can't tell you how many times I hear this story and then the person will call me crying, "Oh yeah, grandma's fighting for her life now in the hospital." Like, you can't be doing stuff like this. If you don't care about yourself, that's fine. But just tell your family, "Hey, you know what? I'm sick. I need to isolate. I need quarantine, whatever, because I don't want to get you guys sick." Like, who comes over to somebody's family gathering or whatever to get everybody sick? It's ridiculous. Anything else? All right, that's it for this one. You're 100% right. Thank you for being responsible, and thank you for caring. As soon as he steps out the door, I'll just start spraying the Lysol, doing a cleaning, wear a mask obviously, do a cleaning of the place, do the laundry, wash the bedding, just air out the place, get all the germs out. Good luck to you. Now it's time for Dinner is Ready, Cinco de Mayo edition.
now it's story time.
Alright, what's the next story?
Am I right or am I wrong for not giving my cousin my kidney? I, Nikki, 27 female, have a cousin, Tessa, 30 female.
Tessa. Okay, well, sorry, you. I went into a fantasy line when you mentioned Tessa.
Nikki, 27, Tessa, 30.
Okay.
Tessa's in need of a kidney. Long story short, I was the only one that matched. We were set up to do everything in 2 months until she started acting like a tyrant. Our family was planning a birthday party for an older relative, so Tessa created a group chat. Out of nowhere, Tessa started acting like the family manager. And it was starting to become irritating. The final straw was when we were all deciding on a gift for the relative and she started demanding that we get a specific gift. Mind you, she's not contributing a dime to the gift. She used the excuse that because of her illness she couldn't work that much, but she has the energy to boss us around. Anyway, when the family finally told Tessa that the relative wouldn't really like the gift and that we should get something else, she lost her shh. She wrote a dissertation in the chat about how clueless the family is and we don't appreciate anyone. I'd finally had enough and I told her that she's the rudest, sick person that I've ever seen and that she needed a lesson about being appreciative of people that love her. Tessa was dumb enough to ask me, and how exactly do you plan to teach me, Nikki? I simply replied, go find a new kidney, BITCH. And left the chat.
Hold on. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Wait, this is not my Tessa. My fantasy bubble just burst. This is not my Tessa. My Tessa is not like this. Tessa's 30 and the girl, Nikki, is 27? Oh my gosh.
The family told me that I took it too far. I told them all to kiss my ASN.
See, Nikki sounds more like Tessa. They got the name switched around.
Since they enjoy kissing Tessa's. I feel like they were scared to stand up to her because of her illness on my kidney. In my eyes. There's no excuse to be a complete a-hole to people. I blocked her and anyone else that felt the need to speak to me about my kidney. Tessa cried and begged my sister to convince me to change my mind, but my sister respected my decision. Because of this, it took Tessa another 4 months to find another donor. My family still thinks I'm wrong. Am I right or am I wrong?
I don't think you're wrong. I don't know. What do you think?
I declined to comment.
You declined to comment? I mean, I feel like this Tessa needs a reality check, and she just got a reality check. Like, I feel like she just was pushing the limits to see how far she can get. Until finally somebody just blew up and was like, no, I need to put you in check. And it was a checkmate. Like, that was awesome. So, I don't know. I mean, she was able to find a match, and the family's like, oh, you're wrong, da 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 da. It's like, that's how this girl got to be where she is, because you guys keep making excuses for bad behavior. Like I keep saying, you keep spoiling the kid, keep spoiling the kids. They're going to grow up into this imitation Tessa. So, hey, look, you hear Tessa meowing. She's like, that's not me. That's not me. I know, Tessa. I know, I hear you. I know that's not you. Anything else? Now, if she couldn't find a match in 4 months, maybe that's a little bit different. But I understand, too, your kidneys are precious, so I get it. I mean, I know people that donate their kidney to help a sibling or whatever, so I get it. It's nice. I do know people, too, that only have one kidney, and, you know, because of the cards that they're dealt, they do have other health complications that affect that kidney and they're kind of in trouble. So, I mean, I totally get it either way, but is your kidney your choice? But I understand the whole thinking behind your decision too, because some people just need to, yeah, get spanked or whatever because they're being way too big of a Karen. So, you got my support. Anything else? All right, that's it for this one. One more thing. So, if I needed your kidney, would you give it to me? You wouldn't?
Does it even match?
Yeah,
It's-
it matches.
it's not-
It matches. It matches.
It's not like
Would you give it to
that.
me? I know, but would you give it to me?
If you really need it, sure.
Oh, that's so nice. I would give you my kidney too.
Really?
So.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I just want to give you my lungs. You would have want my lungs anyways. They're no good. But you can have my kidney.
Hey, we have two. We can share.
Okay. We can share the dialysis too.
Well, you know, I was gonna say that Tessa could have been the bigger. What was her name?
Nikki.
Nikki could have been the bigger person. Still gave her the kidney, and then just use that later. If she's being bad, like just say, "Remember, you got a piece of me. Gotta be nice. I'm nice. You're not."
No. No. That Tessa need to get popped, and she got popped in the face. She had a dirty mouth. So that Listerine, the whatever garden hose Listerine in her mouth is what she needed. Because you cannot just keep treating people however you want to. And expect that, oh, I could just treat you however. You're my family, so you gotta take it, you gotta take it, you gotta take it. No, I'm not taking it. Go get somebody else to give you their kidney. And then see what it's like. Go see what the real world is like. Not everybody has to give you something. This is entitlement at its finest. Not everybody owes you
Wow.
something, so get a reality check. Go find somebody who's gonna give you the kidney. Does anyone want to give you the kidney? It took you 4 months to find somebody.
I just think
Right?
that we don't know the full story. So, looking at it from her perspective, needing a kidney, I'm sure she has serious health problems and she's probably getting dialysis every week.
And you would think you'd be more humble, more nice, like, oh wow, my life can be cut short. I need to become a better person because, like, it's not cool to be mean. Like, oops, I maybe did some bad things in my life. Let me try to make up for it. But she's not learning that. She's just like, rah, 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 I'm the bigger Godzilla. Right?
I'm sure it's really difficult to go through that.
Been there, done that with my lungs. So it's like, okay. I was going to the doctor all the time as a kid, blood draws, breathing treatments, did all this and that kind of stuff. You don't see me going around being mean like that to people. I don't know. All I know is you need a name change. Because my Tess is an angel. Just saying. Anything else? Alright, that's it for this one.
Bonus! We got another quote of the day. Today's quote of the day is, "You can literally be here today and gone tomorrow. Be grateful, be humble, be appreciative, be kind, be loving." Now it's story time.
Alright, what's the next story?
I, 29 male, girlfriend, 29 female, autistic, really starting to get to me now. I'm 29, my girlfriend's 29, we've been together for 6 years, she's autistic, and our day-to-day conversations can be really frustrating to me. She will rarely ask follow-up questions or engage with my interests. Sharing something I care about often feels one-sided. When I respond and add my own thoughts, she often ignores it and circles back to her original point or repeats herself. Stemming off the repeats herself thing, I have noticed that she does this thing where she'll say something and then over the course of the conversation she will say it 1 or 2 more times, just reworded. Then I get frustrated because I get it. She will get mad at me for being impatient. She cuts me off, all the time, and her tone can come across as passive-aggressive. She usually denies it when I point it out. Giving constructive feedback often leads to her getting annoyed or going silent. She can go on at length about her own interests, and if I seem disengaged, she jokingly or passively aggressively says that I don't care. Conversations often turn into debates or pedantic corrections. Even when I'm clear about what I mean, she will correct me or argue about small details, when I usually let the small mistakes slide or correct her gently after she's finished speaking. I don't want to argue all the time. I just want normal conversations where I feel heard, where my thoughts and interests get some engagement, and where not everything has to become fixated or debated. What do you think I should do about this? It's more of, it's not her, but it's me. I feel guilty because I genuinely love her and I had opened up about some of these things, but she can't really change it. 29, together 6 years, she has autism, everyday conversation frustrating, rarely engaged with my interests, repeats herself, cuts me off, rude, passive-aggressive, often shuts down when I give feedback and tends to debate and correct small details. I just want normal conversations where I'm heard and not constantly debated.
Anything you want to say? Well, this was actually pretty simple. You've pretty much checked off all the boxes. You brought it up, tried talking to her about it. It's not going anywhere. You guys have been together 6 years. I know that's a long time, but in the grand scheme of things, it's really not that long. Let me tell you something. Like I mentioned in the past, this is why I have my whole section about dating by the decade. You are in your 20s, about to enter into your 30s. The reason why I say I don't think it's a good idea to get married in the 20s, it's too young, you're not established yet. Because people do change in each decade of life. Some people change, some people grow, right? So in this case, it sounds like she's changing and into something that you don't like. So you tried steering her back into the lane of this person that you know, but I think she's evolving into something else, and that's okay. But clearly you guys are going like this in life. So I would at minimum take a break, but it just sounds like it's just you guys aren't compatible anymore. You can take a break, see if you still miss her, whatever, this and that, but I would keep going with your life and see. But my bets are on it's just not going to work out. Or don't try to force it to work out, because then you got a whole new set of problems. I think it's a done deal. Anything else? Alright, good luck to you.
Now it's time for Movie Magic, Cinco de Mayo edition. Now it's story time.
Alright, what's our last story?
Am I right or am I wrong for letting my brother's mortgage bounce after he called my kid's medical emergency, not his situation to deal with? This is the same brother that I funded for 6 years. He said it so casually. That's what got me. My kid was hooked up to monitors. I was standing in a hospital hallway at 11 p.m. with a dead phone charger.
The power bank was dead or something. You can charge his phone. I get what he's saying. Wait, okay, let's take a time out. I just want to say, for those of you out there dealing with this family drama and that are standing your ground. I'm so proud of you because honestly, it took me too long in life to figure that out. I have very few regrets in life, but that's one of them. I'm so glad you guys are putting your foot down and realizing when things are toxic, when things are bad, and protecting yourself. So, good job. Good job. hmm His phone charger or his phone was dead.
And a second kid crying in the waiting room. And my brother, the same, whose electric bill I paid for 6 years straight, said, "That's not really my situation to deal with. You need to figure out your own backup plan." I didn't yell, I just said, "Okay," and hung up. That was Thursday. For context, because people are gonna ask, I'd been covering parts of his household expenses since his divorce. Not occasionally, consistently. We had a standing arrangement. Every month, I transfer money to cover his mortgage shortfall because he kept saying that he was getting back on his feet. 6 years. I have every bank transfer saved, every single one. I covered it because he's family, and because every time I brought it up, he'd get his wounded look and say, "I thought you did it because you wanted to, not because you wanted something back." Which, okay, fine, but that cuts both ways, right? After that hospital call, I sat in the hallway for a while, my kid stable. The second one had fallen asleep across 2 chairs, and I just kept thinking about how he said it, not angrily, not angry, not guilty, just flat, like a stranger asking for a favor. I transferred nothing that month. I didn't tell him, I didn't explain, I didn't send a long message about how I was hurt. I just stopped. 2 weeks went by, nothing from him, no check-in about my kid, no how did everything go, nothing. Then week 4 happened. That phone lit up on a Tuesday morning, 12 texts, 3 missed calls, and then a voicemail where his voice was shaking, saying his mortgage payment had bounced. The bank had flagged his account and his landlord, wait, he owned the place with mortgage servicer, was sending notices. I called him back within the hour. He didn't open with, "Are you okay? How's your kid?" He opened with, "Did you forget to send the transfer?" I said, "No." Silence. "What do you mean, no?" I said, I didn't send it. I'm not going to do that anymore." And then I watched it happen in real time through the phone. First, he went quiet. Then he said I was being vindictive. Then, and this is the part that really got me, he said, "You're punishing me because I couldn't babysit? That's incredibly immature."
You see, this is the one thing where I would have done it differently. I would have just told the brother, "Yeah, I can't do it anymore because I gotta pay for my kid's hospital bills. It's you or my kid. I already tried talking to you about it, and your thing is it's not your problem. It's true, it's not your problem. So I'm not making your problem. But my problem is my kid's hospital bills. I gotta pay those, and I can't pay for your stuff anymore. I gotta pay for my kid. I thought you realized that. That's why I talked to you in the first place. And now we let that marinate, let him deal with it."
Babysit. He called a medical emergency babysit request. I didn't raise my voice. I said, "You told me that I'm not your responsibility, so I'm extending you the same courtesy." He said I was twisting his words, that what he meant was that he needed to build better systems, that he couldn't always be available, that I'm making him feel guilty for having boundaries. He actually used that word, boundaries, while asking me to resume the funding of his mortgage. I told him I wish him well with the bank, and I ended the call. My wife called me an hour later. Then his wife called me an hour later. Then his mother-in-law. Then my aunt, who I haven't spoken to in 2 years.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. What the heck does a mother-in-law have to say? You better not say anything to me. Are you serious? The wife's family saying all this stuff? If you actually cared, you would take care of the issue. Why are you calling me? You have some nerve. They're all trash. Are you serious right now? They have the nerve to call you? Especially you have an emergency with your kid and they have the nerve to call you? Have some shame. Oh my gosh, these people are trash. Wow. It's not, oh, daughter or whatever, you have a problem, let me send you some money. It's, I'm gonna call the guy that's been funding your guys' nonsense. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see.
Then his mother-in-law, then my aunt, who I haven't spoken to in 2 years, left a voicemail saying that I was destroying the family over a misunderstanding.
Yeah, destroying the family. Okay, so you're older. You're the elder. Why don't you pay for it then? Why don't you pay? Why do I have to pay? You're the elder, right? Oh, I'm destroying the family. It's my job to be the doormat and pay for everybody's bills. Are you serious? Go to hell. Oh my gosh, the nerve. Uh-huh.
I read it twice, then I didn't respond. Here's the part that I keep turning over. He wasn't wrong that I gave voluntarily. I did, but every time I even hinted that I needed something back, even just acknowledgement, he made me feel like I was transactional, like wanting reciprocity made me the problem, and I believed him for a while. My kid is fine now, by the way, home healthy, driving me up the wall in the best possible way. My brother is currently negotiating a payment plan with his mortgage servicer. I haven't transferred anything. Some people in my life, they think I should have given him a warning. That cutting off without notice was cruel. Maybe they're right. But I remember standing in the hospital hallway thinking he's not coming and really knowing, that I would have gone to him no question. I didn't realize how much I've been shrinking the ask until I finally made one and he hung up. Am I right or am I wrong for letting the bill bounce instead of having a conversation first?
No, 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 no. You are 100% right. You are 100% right. What if your kid died? That's how much he cares. Dude, you have been saving him all this time for 6 years. 6 months is pushing it. 6 years. And if you didn't stop, I guarantee it would have went on the rest of his life. I guarantee it. I've seen it with my own eyes. You're having an emergency and you're asking for help. Not even just help, just support, a listening ear. And he can't even do that for you. Hey, a mortgage is a lot of money. I hope this opens your eyes more than just, oh, this is between my brother and I. It's the whole family. You need to cut them out. This is so bad, so bad. Or at least a distance. Put yourself back together. Make sure your family is good. But if you are to re-enter the lion's den, you need to do it with boundaries, with walls, and everything. But honestly, like I said before, in my Garden of Life, in my Tree of Life series, who wants to live like that? Why even waste your time? Why don't you, like I said, make your own family? Be around people that you can be comfortable to say what you want, feel how you want, and know that it's a safe place. That your kids are going to be okay. Everybody is going to be okay. That you're going to have a good life. Don't waste your time and money. Mortgage is a lot of money. That could be for your kids' college fund. These people are ungrateful. I'm more shocked by your extended family than I am with your brother. The brother thing is one thing, but the fact that they're all jumping on you saying, oh, you're ruining, he's like, you're ruining. Dude, you're freaking older, okay? You probably have pensions, 401k, all this stuff, and you can't pitch in some money. You're getting on my case? Who the hell you think you are? And you're older and you're, oh, hell no. No, 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 no. Good for you. I'm so proud of you. And the other girl too. Like, you guys made my day. I was so happy. We're ending on this like a positive, good vibe. Yay. I salute you guys. Like I said, that's one of my regrets in life. I wish I could tell my younger self that if you're in a toxic situation, whether it be friends, family, whatever, to get out of it. Don't hold your breath. They're not going to change. Things aren't going to change. Your life is slipping by. You need to live your life and do your thing. Money cannot buy time. So 6 years is fine, whatever. Just keep going on with your life. And I hope you have a nice life. It sounds like you're on the right track. So good for you. Anything else? All right, that's it for this one.
Now it's time for Solomon's Words of Wisdom.
All right, guys, so to wrap things up in the final words of wisdom, I'm just going to kind of recap a little bit. So, Cinco de Mayo, the 5th of May, commemorates the Mexican Army's unlikely victory over French forces at...
The Battle of Puebla.
On...
May 5th?
Oh, wow. What year?
I don't know.
1862. While it's a minor holiday in Mexico, mostly celebrated in Puebla, it has evolved into a major celebration of Mexican-American heritage, culture, and resilience in the United States, but, as we've discussed, other places around the world as well, often featuring parades, mariachi music, and traditional food. So I'm going to go into some key details about Cinco de Mayo. What it is a celebration of Mexican resilience and heritage. What it is not is Mexican Independence Day, which is, now I know, September 16th, or like he said, technically starting September 15th at midnight. I'm not going to be up at midnight, but in case you are. So, history-wise, in 1862, a smaller, poorly equipped Mexican army, 4,000 soldiers, led by General
Zapata.
Ignacio Zaragoza, defeated a large, how large? 8,000, so twice the size, well-equipped French army at Puebla. The significance? You'll have to go back and watch the previous episode. I'm not going to say. And as far as celebrations in Mexico goes, it's primarily celebrated in the state of Puebla with parades, speeches, and reenactments of the battle. So, just some little, I guess, etiquette, if you will. What not to wear on Cinco de Mayo? Well, there's really no need to dress up for this day. But if you do not wear a sombrero, mariachi suit. How do you say this?
Sarape.
What's that?
A poncho.
A poncho? Okay. Learn something else new. Fake mustache or anything of the sort if you are not a member of that culture. Those things have historical and cultural significance, and doing them just for a day caricatures and stereotypes people. So I hope you learned something. I hope you learned what Cinco de Mayo is, because I know I did. And just like St. Patrick's Day, I hope you guys learned what that is too, because I didn't know. So hopefully you find this helpful. And we wanted to wish you guys have a safe Cinco de Mayo. Please do not drink and drive. Nowadays, we got Uber, all these different things. Please be safe. Please be responsible. How do you say Happy Cinco de Mayo in Spanish?
Feliz Cinco de Mayo.
Feliz Cinco de Mayo. Sorry, just had to do that. Take care, you guys. See you next time. Yeah, I love this hat. I may want to actually keep it. That's it for this episode. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to always be kind to one another.